Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you my new car. It's actually pretty cold out, so I'm not gonna waste too much time outside the car. So as I'm heading back home, I'm gonna be going into the garage and stuff with the car. I thought now would be a good time to quickly talk about a couple of the things wrong with this car. One of them being, yes, it does have an engine management light on at the moment, and that basically is the cause of a couple of things. I got the car quite cheap, and therefore the car does have a few issues that need to be rectified. One of them being that engine management light, which I've had the codes read. It's basically saying the camshaft position sensor, intake and exhaust, and along with that the Vanos solenoid. Now the car is quite sluggish most of the time. You know, if I come on, yeah, it holds onto its gear, and it's like I said, it's just a little bit sluggish, but it's not the end of the world. A lot of these things can be fixed. The car does also have a couple of other, I guess the best way to put it is common faults. So I wanted to kind of get this car. One, like I said, it was cheap, and two, I thought it would be a great project car for the channel and a great daily, because it's a straight six petrol. It's ULEZ compliant, which in the UK is becoming more and more of a thing. And yeah, it's it should hopefully be a nice little daily run around for me. So that's where I'm at with it right now. That's where I'm at with all of this right now. So it's time to head back into the garage and pick things up from there. How good does this car look in the garage? I gotta say, I do like a nice silver car, and this one just looks great. I don't know what it is. I feel, especially at night time, which, yes, from the clip earlier, it is now night. It's been a bit of a crazy day, but that's just how my days are nowadays. Ooh, let me just that a little bit clearer. Yeah, that looks a bit clearer. A little bit less glare. But yeah, so this is the brand new E90 for the channel, and basically my daily driver. I don't know how long I'm going to plan to keep this car. It's one of those things where I'm basically going to keep it as long as I feel like it. If I want to sell it or something like that, it's probably going to happen. But for now, at the moment, this is basically my daily driver. And the intention with this car is kind of almost a little bit of a showcase of everything that I can do with the car, and just basically taking it from there. So it is an E90. It is a 325i M Sport. It's a 2006 model year. I just quickly had to check the registration there to remind myself. And I wanted to ideally get something that's 6-cylinder. Now, the prices for a 330i, an auto M Sport, they're a bit high at the moment. And I kind of didn't want to go down that route right now. The ones that I did see that were a bit cheaper were just really, really bad cars. And the ones that are a bit more expensive, I was like, well, it's just going a little bit too high now. So I found this car. It does have a few issues which I need to address, but I thought it's a great project build, which isn't going to just be a pain to live with from minute go. I thought this is a great place to start in terms of the build, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Having a quick look around the car, as you can all see, it's the silver pre-LCI M Sport, which doesn't have the xenon headlights, so I'm planning to get different headlights on it. I might even do a full LCI front end conversion. The wheels, it's got the MV3s, which from BMW, but they do need to be changed. And it's got the black leather interior, not heated seats unfortunately. At least they are black leathers. The steering wheel is actually in pretty good condition considering the mileage. I think from what I remember, the car's got 157,000 miles on the clock, which, looking at that interior, it doesn't say that. And even the door handle here, it's pretty good condition. Having a quick look around, it's got no sat nav or anything, so I'm gonna get the Android one fitted in here as well. But overall, the car looks to be in pretty good condition. So without further ado, I think I should go through some of the problems with the car. First up, start button. That definitely does show its mileage, so that's gonna need to get changed. I've already got a new one on order. This cup holder works, kind of. whereas this one is completely stuck in. It's got that usual kind of, I don't know, peeling is probably the best word to put it, for the steering wheel. So that's something that's also going to look again touched upon. But the main thing is under the bonnet. So here is the straight six. It's naturally aspirated, and from what I recall, the engines, everything basically on this car is using aluminium bolts on the engine. So that's a bit frustrating because it just makes life a little bit harder in terms of actually taking things on and off. It's not as easy to find replacements and all those kind of things. So the engine management light is for the two solenoids at the front, which are for the Vanna solenoid, as well as it says the camshaft position sensors, intake and exhaust side. I'm hoping that a good engine oil change, as well as cleaning out those two solenoids, as well as there's a two little flow, I can't remember what they're called, the two little cylinders on the bottom side of the block just underneath there, which I think is easiest to get through from the front driver's wheel well. They need to be changed, well, cleaned I should say. And I've also got a power steering reservoir that's going to basically replace this one, because pretty sure this one is leaking. It's things like that. The car just needs a little bit of TLC, a little bit of love, and it should be running really nicely. I've basically got no service history with the car, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's one of those things. It is what it is. I'm going to look at taking it forward and taking good care of this car, which I've just realized a little bit of engine oil has popped out of the valve cover gasket. I need to look at that. You can see just there, that little bit of engine oil was not there before. So I got a feeling that that little thing is basically not sitting on there right. It's probably accumulated. I don't know what's happened there, so something that I need to look into. But yeah, time to just basically, no, what I'm gonna look at doing now is just doing the engine oil change, taking out those solenoids, giving them a good clean, and checking out what I need to do on the sides. The car also needs discs and pads all the way around, which is something that I'm gonna look at doing. Yeah, it just needs a little bit of a tidy up. And the wheels need to get changed because if you have a look at this, ooh, that doesn't look good. Ooh, and neither does that. So I'm on the hunt for some new wheels as well for the car. Like I said, it's a nice little project. Now, opening this up and having a quick look inside, you can kind of see there's a little bit of sludge buildup and stuff. So the car needs, like I said, some TLC. The cams and stuff, they don't look too bad at the moment, but as long as it works right, all part of the fun when it comes to doing an oil change on a BMW. That was really terrible, but yeah, let me get cleaned up. So that wasn't very fun. I don't know why BMW have designed it this way, where the oil comes out flowing like this and then it trickles down like this. Hopefully it's not made a proper mess underneath there. That's really, really annoying. I don't know if you guys know, but cleaning up engine oil off the floor is pretty annoying. It takes a lot of time and it always leaves a little bit of a stain, so that's not great. But with that being said, good thing is it's coming out now. In the meantime, what I'm gonna look at doing is changing the air filter probably, and look at doing the solenoids. So let's do the air filter first. So before I tackle that, I remember now the oil filter didn't come out with the cap, so I'm just gonna try and take it out now. Ooh, there's a lot of oil still in there. So let's open this up as well. I don't like this whole oil cap thing. It's extremely fiddly. Oil doesn't look to be too bad though. It's not too gunky. I'm gonna clean out that oil in there as well. Air filter. We've got the oil filter here. I have to be careful with because it does come with a few extra things. So I'm gonna put these out. Put this into the new one. Now here's the thing, right? This oil actually doesn't look too bad, but there's way too much in that oil filter housing, so that needs to get removed. I've left this on here at the moment because I'm going to be obviously working with oil and stuff, and because I want to get those solenoids out, it's just easier without this piece here, but I don't want to get any dirt in here, so I'm just going to work and stuff while it's like this, and then I'm going to put everything back together. So working smart as I can. Hopefully I'm doing this right way. So here is my top solenoid. Now I've taken off the washer and stuff as well, which was fun. But right, so with all of this now being the case, you can use a live and earth and basically move this solenoid in and out. So how I've done it is I connected the live up like that, and then the earth, you can just hear it moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some cloths down here, and I'm basically just going to spray this with some carb cleaner that I've got, because apparently that helps. So I'm just going to clean all this up. Carb cleaner. Let me get some more cloth actually. Now these don't actually look too bad in terms of the condition. You want to clean it out as best as you can. Get rid of all of that gunky oil in there. I'm going to kind of do the whole thing again now with this. You can use loads of things like brake cleaner, injector cleaner, and all sorts, but ultimately what you're trying to do is just clear this thing out as good as you can. So I'm gonna take some time and just clear it. Right, so I'm just trying to do a little bit of testing to see if there's a sound difference between the cleaned one and the old one. So let's have a listen to this. Okay, versus this one. This one seems a little bit more crisp sounding to me, and also kind of a little bit quieter, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this one, it could just be the oil being in there and stuff. So time to clean this one up as well, get them both looking the same, and then put them back in. Right, so sump plug is back on. Got all that engine oil that I need to clean underneath, which is still so annoying. We'll get to that. Got the funnel on, so I believe, if I remember correctly, it's 6.5 liters of engine oil. So here's the first 4. Have you guys seen that TikTok where it shows you the dipstick trick with engine oil? Probably seen it on Instagram or something else. Well, you can't really do it on the E90 because there's no dipstick. Actually, before I put this one in, I'm gonna quickly Google exactly how much oil goes into this car. Don't want to get that wrong. 6.6 liters, so basically 6.5 liters. So that is part 1 of the engine oil work. Now, I didn't do the side pieces just yet because, well, life really is the main reason. I feel like this thing needs a change now. Ah, there we go. Now it's on there tight. I turned it once, but I needed to turn it some more to get it on there nice and tight. So that's what that leak was from. This is on all tight. I'm not sure where that leak is from the power steering, but need to get that sorted. So yeah, that's stage 1. Next up, we're going to be looking at doing a few other things, but might leave that for another day. So so this is basically a quick little pause in the video, and I'll pick up with you guys in a few days time. I am so not looking forward to seeing the engine oil underneath this. So I'm following on from the last part of this video where I did a little quick service on the car. Yeah, doing a little test drive. Notice that the crankshaft position sensor is still dead, so it gave a lot more issues than I wanted the car to. So looking at changing that right now. So